Hi everyone, Rod Armando, immigration and personal injury attorney. Just giving you another update from here, sunny and hot San Bernardino, California. Came out of an adjustment of status interview today for a client that I filed their application about 8 to 9 months ago, and they're a lovely couple. It was very clear that they were in a real marriage. They'd been in a long distance relationship for 8 to 9 years before they got married. They had a lockdown during COVID, so they couldn't see each other. And we showed up with a lot of documents. We submitted a lot of documents in the application itself, and there was a lot of photos that she brought with her to show the wedding and stuff that wasn't available at the time of the filing, but was available now when we go to the interview. So just make sure, guys, if you have maybe you filed the application, you didn't have documents, and maybe you didn't even receive a request for more evidence, but now you've been scheduled for an interview. Just make sure that you are taking with you a lot of documents, because even though it was really clear from the documents that this couple was in a bona fide real marriage, the officer took about an hour or so just asking questions about their relationship. And it wasn't like the officer was being mean or like being, unreasonable, but the officer was really interested in this relationship. And so she went through like details of their marriage and how did they meet, and what happened that first night, and how they talked to each other for a long period of time that first night that they met in Vegas, and then how they were pen pals for a month or so, and after that, basically how the relationship continued and how they continued to travel back and forth to meet each other, who was at the wedding. So again, the officer was really nice, but she was very interested in their relationship more than usual. But it's what's happening now, guys. So be prepared for your interviews when you go, to not only take a lot of documents, but then be prepared to answer a lot of questions about your relationship. And just, some tips is to just, you don't want to say too much. Keep your answers, 2 to 3 sentences, because the more you say, it seems to make more interest in the officer, and they want to talk to you about the case more. And so keep your answers, I would say 2 to 3 sentences. If they want more information, they'll ask for it. If it's a yes or no question, just answer yes or no. And but happy for them. Another thing is that, like the last 10 or so interviews, now officers are not making decisions, even though it was clear there was no issues in the I-130, there was no issues in the 485. The officer, just by standard procedure now, because now they're taking a fine comb to every little thing, they're going to have to send it over to a supervisor to review before they actually officially approve the application. So hopefully they'll get a decision by the end of today, but it could be next week. It can take up to 90 days to get a decision. Most of my clients so far, the last 10 or so in the last month or so, when we go to these interviews, they do get an approval within a day or so. So hopefully that'll be the case for them. And then within a few weeks, you'll get the green card. And that is what's going on, guys. If you have any questions, or you're thinking about filing, or you have an interview and you just want to be prepared, and maybe you filed it even on your own, I would strongly consider having an attorney look over the application and go over recommendations of what kind of documents can you take with you to the interview, and then also to prepare you for the interview. Okay, if you do want to reach out to me, rodarmandolaw.com is the best way to do it. Take care, guys, and stay tuned for more updates.